Hey everybody, Boris speaking at Forex. Welcome to the crosses section for July 8, July 12, 2019. And actually, despite the fact that we have a very, very slow week in front of us, the cross is really shaping up for some very interesting relative strength trades. And essentially, I think they're basically centering around two particular themes: the strength of the caddy and the rebound in the pound. Those are the two primary thematic ideas I have for you. On the caddy side, I love the caddy yen trade to the long side. 82.5 support, 83.5 resistance to the top side. This is basically a trade on the fact that dollar yen stays either flat or bid up, and Canadian dollar gets strong into the BOC on relative strength basis. It really, we tested the 83s into the close on Friday, and we have a chance, I think, here to really push towards the 83.50s as the week progresses. On the other side, despite the fact that data in UK is horrid, and we do have, of course, a little bit of event risk in front of us on the GDP side, the bottom line is that essentially all of the bad news, I think, or at least most of the bad news in UK is kind of baked into the cake. And if the market just simply looking for a little bit of a short covering move here, the potential for some mean reversion trades really shapes itself up. Euro pound has been essentially a stall for 2.5 weeks at the 90 level, and that brings us the possibility for a move back to 89. And pound Aussie really looks very interesting as just simply a doji candle on the charts that gives us an opportunity to get to 180 and maybe a little bit higher. So let's start at the charts. Let's take a look at see exactly what I'm talking about. So here's pound Aussie. First of all, we're close to the 500 SMA, so it's a natural double bottom support. Secondly, second day in a row that we turn green. This is really as much a trade on Aussie weakness as it is on pound strength. But look at this nice big turn on the close here. Big doji wick. Usually when you're wicking out on pound Aussie, that suggests further continuation to the upside. There's a lot of basic continuation here. As long as we don't break the lows, which in this case is going to be 78.59. So I guess that is, sorry, is that the lows? Yeah, 78.59. So basically about 100 points from here. As long as we don't break those lows, that provides us scope here for a move towards the 180 and perhaps even all the way up to 180.50. Euro pound, on the other hand, let me just pull that up here. This is a clear topping formation. Now we've been topping here for 2.5 weeks. We haven't been able to make any forward progress. And scope now here for a move back down towards the 89, at least 89.10 towards the 20 SMA, very strong. Generally, whenever you have the topping formation in Euro pound here, we're going to test the SMA. Sometimes we actually even break it to the downside. But it's rare that we have just a pure continuity trade, especially as we close on the lows today. So there's just simply scope here for further downward action as we go forward into Sunday. This is really, again, not so much a trade on Euro weakness as possibly a cable rebound back up to the 26s as we go forward. And then finally, let's take a look at CAD yen. That was a strong trade. It continues to be a strong trade here. Now, the trade actually still looks, looks down because we have the 20 below the 500 SMA. But look at this very strong base recovery, and now really knocking on that 83 door. If we can break above the 83, this is a looks to be almost a gap fill here. What was the high on the gap here? It really is the gap. This is the 83 gap. This is the 83 gap. So if we fill the gap and bust through it at the beginning of the week, that's a very bullish sign. So clearly, this is going to be the do or die story here in dollar CAD. But if we take out the 83s, it really opens up the scope here to run towards 84s. As I said, this is as much a funded catalytic trade as anything technical. The other two trades are essentially mean reversion trade on technicals for a little bit of pound strength into the front of the week. That's the story. Wish you guys the best luck to this trading. Boris Stocksberg, over and out.